A devastating discovery one Wednesday afternoon changed a Central Iowa family forever. Only on KCCI, Laura Terrell shows us how they are turning their pain into a purpose.
I texted her and I said, call me. And no call.
January 18th still haunts Terry Allen, the day his daughter Christy never showed up for work.
I said, if at 1 o'clock, I'm going to break into the back of your house if you have not called me.
That call never came, so Allen kept his promise, kicking in the back door of his daughter's home in Windsor Heights.
And I went into the bedroom and I found her on the floor. I could see that she was beaten. And I knew that she had been dead quite a while.
Dinner from the night before was still on the stove. Christy's car was gone, and crime scene tape quickly surrounded the house.
I knew exactly who did it, absolutely. She had asked him to leave the house. She was breaking up with him for a week or two. And he just wasn't leaving.
Police began a manhunt for John Wilson, Christy's boyfriend of 3 years.
The DCI officer came in and said, we've got him. And we both said, great. And then he said, and he's dead. And Anna said, great.
That's right.
And I did not say great. Because now he's such a chicken that he's avoiding even fessing up to what he did and paying the price.
Police say Wilson took his own life at a relative's house in Waukee after he killed Christy.
What a monster to not only take our daughter's life, but to go to his son's home and kill himself in a home where his son and his grandchildren were.
Not long after the horrific crime made the news, the Allens noticed a growing memorial outside their daughter's home that started with one woman.
She did not know Christy. She was holding flowers. She introduced herself. She said her name was Paulette, that she had been a victim herself of domestic abuse and had lived in a domestic violent household as a child. She was crying. Then we're crying, and I was so touched by the flowers.
Word spread and the tribute grew. Survivors of domestic violence showing their support through flowers.
They just came from everywhere.
And they came to the funeral too. Allen's family made sure her obituary called attention to domestic homicide, saying she was victimized by someone she had loved and trusted in her very own home.
Women that came through the line and would give me a hug and then whispered in my ear that they were there because they too were a victim of domestic abuse. And it ended up being 7 women who told me that. I was flabbergasted. And what was so appalling to me, not only did my heart go out to each and every one of them, but they whispered it. This is not something that should be a secret.
The Iowa Attorney General's office says 375 Iowans have died in domestic abuse murders since 1995. 35% of those people were killed by a dating partner.
It's heartbreaking, and it happens all too often.
Iowa's new Attorney General Brenna Bird says Iowa law currently treats dating violence like regular assault when there is no cohabitation or a shared child. She urges lawmakers to change this loophole.
I think it's important that we go after this kind of violence because it often erupts into something worse.
John Wilson did have a violent past dating back decades. In 1995, court records show he struck his grandmother and threatened to kill her with a knife. In 2010, he was charged with harassment for showing up to a business to threaten his ex-wife.
None of us knew that he had any violent tendencies.
The Allens say Christy never told them about any violence. They don't believe he hurt her until she tried to kick him out.
It's hard to get the words out.
Yes.
While the pain often leaves them speechless, they say they will never stay silent about domestic violence, sharing Christy's story so other victims can get out alive.
She was a wonderful person, and we're going to miss her terribly.
Yes, we are.
If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse, there is help out there. Take a look at your screen for some numbers. You can text Iowa Help to 20121, and you can call the national hotline at 1-800-770-1650.